Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today I'm going to be playing Spirit Island. I'm going to be using the fifth and final spirit in today's game from the Radical Adaptations pack of spirits, which is fan-made by me. So I'll be playing a solo game with Reverence for the Gathering. Let's get rolling. Alright, and I'm all set up now to play Spirit Island with Reverence for the Gathering. As a reminder, if you'd like to play with the spirit, you can print and play for yourself by going to my website, tableforone.games, and go to the free content section. You can download Reverence for the Gathering, the spirit panel and the cards, as well as all the other four spirits in this pack of spirits that I made that I call Radical Adaptations. So you can find all 5 of them there on the website. And if you do that, let me know. I would love to hear how it goes. But for now, I randomized the starting board. So I'm going to start on board C. And I'm playing a 2-board island. So the other board is B, and it's set up. I'm starting in the 2 lands on my starting board with only 1 Dahan setup symbol. And then I've got my 5 starting cards here. And again, each one relates to one of the categories in the summary of powers. So there's an offense card, a control card, a fear card, a defense card, and a utility card. For more information on this spirit, though, if you want to get into the details, there's a link in the description. At the same time I released this video, I also released a Table for One House Rules, where all I do is a deep dive on the spirit and how it works. So I'd recommend you check that out as well. But for now, I need to get started. So let's do the initial explore. We're going to the wetlands. And the initial explore does not occur on the second board for a solo game. All right, so it's time for growth. I can pick any of the 2. I can pick any 2 options of the 5 at the top. I don't need to reclaim. I don't know if it would help to have the Mysteria yet. We'll see. I would like to put down a presence. 3 energy would let me play a card. But maybe I want to grab another card. If you didn't watch that Table for One House Rules, high level is these starting cards are all super expensive and very weak. But as the game progresses and I uncover Mysteria, they get very strong. But I'll need to forget some of these cards in order to reap all of the benefits of the ones that I have left. In the wetlands, I really don't want towns on either of those spaces. I'm gonna gain a power card and an element, and I'm gonna add a presence. I think those will be my 2 growths. Let's start with the power card. And I don't know that the elements will be central, but I'll put the tray of elements over here to help me keep track if I need them. To remember what I picked each round, because this isn't any element. It'll change from each time I take it. So we have Dire Metamorphosis, Prowling Panthers, Visions of Fiery Doom, and Steam Vents. Steam Vents would be immediately helpful. Destroy 1 Explorer at range 0, but it's fast. Visions of Fiery Doom is fast. I can use the fire element. Oh man, I just realized that all the elements on Steam Vents are fantastic. Fire, air, water, and earth. That's what this spirit's all about. Okay, so it's immediately useful. The elements are perfect. So I'll take that. And now I can add a presence at range 2. So I'm going to put in one of these lands with an explorer so I can use Steam Vents. And as a reminder, the unique power cards do not count towards the card play limit. So I have one card I can play, but I could play this one, and if I wanted to, all the other 5. Although that would take a grand total of 16 energy, so that's not going to happen. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to take presence off the top track or the bottom. I think I'll do the bottom track, actually. Let's get my Mysteria up so I can start getting some use out of those. So range 2, so I can put it here and land C8. See if I can protect the middle of the board a little bit and prevent those invaders from exploring that way. So now I gain 1 energy. I have not picked an element yet. I know I'm going to play this card and probably not any others. The threshold on this bottom part is 3 earth. There's 1 earth on it. I can get a second, but not a third. But that's okay. I wouldn't even be able to really use it. So what else can I do with one of each of these? What one other element do I want to grab? All these would allow me to do is defend or do damage in a land at range 0 right now. That is not going to help me. So it doesn't really matter what element. I guess I should take one just in case. Well, there won't even be an event this time, so I'm not going to sweat it. But let's say I take a fire, which then gives me the ability to do some damage. Which, you know what, that could be helpful in the slow phase at range 0. If a jungle or a sand is explored, I can use that. So, okay, fire, good choice. So let's pay the 1 energy. And this is fast, range 0, destroy 1 explorer. So this one's gone. And the innate that I unlocked is slow. So that's it for fast powers. I'll put these over here. So then it's the Blighted Island effect. Then we burn an event card. Then it's fear cards. And now invader actions. So they build in the wetlands and explore the jungle, which is nice. Because there's no jungle on the coast on board B. They will still get to this one, though. And now slow. Yeah, this was a good idea. So at range 0, 1 damage. And it's actually 1 damage per current terror level. So it's terror level 1, so 1 damage. If it was terror level 2, I would do 2 damage. But that's okay. I'll do 1 damage at range 0 here and take out the explorer. And I have no more slow power, so now it's time passes. So this gets discarded. Take my marker back. And put the element back. And we're back at the growth phase now. All of my unique cards are still at range 0 because I haven't forgotten any of them. I could, and I need to gain 3 energy as a growth option in order to afford any of them. So if I use one and place a presence, I can place a presence at range 2 and get in a land where I want to use one of these cards immediately. So let's see, one of these does damage, and that's probably a good candidate. One is gather or push, but it's slow. That could be a good candidate too, though. One is for fear, one is defend. I wonder if I can set myself up to play 2 of these the next round. Like maybe I play the gather and push one now and then play the attack and defend one next time. I think I can pull that off. So let's try that. I'm going to take this growth option to gain 3 energy and this growth option to place a presence at range 2. Wait a minute. I'm still taking the energy and placing a presence, but I can't do that now because land 5 will blight and cascade. I can't let that happen. I've got to either attack or defend now. I think we'll do defend. Where'd that go? Cloth of Duresh. So for presence, I'll have to take it off the top track to make this work. So range 2. So I guess I'm going here. And now I gain 2 energy. I'm going to play this card for 3 energy. So at range 0, this is fast. Defend for each Mysteria, defend 1, and I have 1/2 Mysteria, so I'm defending 2. Right there. And I did not unlock any innates, and that's the end of my fast powers. So it's Blighted Island effects, and now an event card. And the island is healthy, so we have Sprawl, contained by the wilds. On each board, add 1 wild to a land without invaders. Build in the land with the most buildings, minimum 1. On each board. So I can add a wilds to a land without invaders. So we've seen wetlands and jungle. So mountains might come up. So could sand. I think I'll put this one here to try and... Oh, maybe I'll put that one there to try and keep the disease token around longer. Oh, without invaders it said, didn't it? Okay, so that one's okay. This one's got to move. Let's try and keep this free space. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then build in the land with the most buildings, minimum 1. There's no buildings on this board. On this board, I've got 3 options. Where do I want to build? I'm going to build here and get rid of the disease token. Don't love it, but I don't want to add another city. Then Explorer's Blunder. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. That's great. It's going to be just that one. But that's great. And now lay ambushes. During Ravage, Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. I like that too. No fear cards, so now we're at Ravage. In the wetlands, and 3 are empty. And this one, invaders do 3 damage. I'm defending 2. And at the same time, the Dahan do 4 damage and clear the land, which gets us a fear token. That was a pretty good Ravage. And then build in the jungle, and we did pretty good here. It's only 1 building. And explore the mountains. Okay. So we're going to this coast, this one here, this one here, and get rid of that wilds token. Off to a pretty decent start, I think. And now we're in the slow phase, and I do not have any slow powers. So I'm going to be a time passes, heal the Dahan, take my markers back, discard the Cloth of Duresh. And that's it. Now we're back at growth. So I think I had some idea of playing 2 power cards this time, and I can. And those 2 would be an attack card. I think this control card to gather and push. Yeah, I think I want to play these 2. So in order to do that, let's see, that'll unlock. What will that give me? It'll give me 2 fire, 2 water, and a sun. I don't think I'll have that 3rd fire though. I could if I gain a power card and get that element. Oh, I suppose I could do that and place a presence. Yeah, this is going to be a good turn. All right, I'm going to place a presence and gain a power card. Oh, no, I'm not. This will still be a good turn, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to gain energy and place a presence. I need the energy, so I'm going to take 3 energy, place a presence at range 2. And I think I'm going to take a Mysteria, uncover one of those again. I'm going right here into these mountains. Now I gain 2 energy. And I can play these 2 cards for 3 each. And I still have the first tier of this, so that's okay. So this card, for each Mysteria, I can either gather a Dahan, or push an Explorer town. That's not exactly what I thought it was. Maybe I'll put my presence in a different land. Oh no. For some reason, I thought maybe I could gather Town and Explorer. I can't do that. So what's more important, preventing this blight or preventing this city from building? I think I need to stop the city. I'm going to leave my presence where it is. But then do I even want to play this card? How am I going to use this? Oh, I can still use it. Okay. No. Man, gathering invaders would be better for me. Shoot. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this slow then, because I didn't even finish reading the card. But for each Mysteria, I can either gather Dahan, push an Explorer town, or I can use one Mysteria to make it fast, and I was planning on doing that. I'm just going to leave it slow. So this one's fast. For each Mysteria, deal 1 damage in a land at range 0. So I'm going to do here, and I have 3 Mysteria, so that's 3 damage. That's just going to be it. I think I can use this in the slow phase effectively, and it should be okay. So that's it for fast powers. There's no Blighted Island effect, so let's grab an event. It's still a healthy island, so we have Fortune Seekers. And you know what? I just realized this. Because I have 2 boards, I'm supposed to put 2 more Blight on that card. Come on. It's 2 Blight per board plus 1. Okay, but we are still Healthy Island, so Fortune Seekers. The next Explorer card matches all lands without buildings instead of the printed land type. And then ignore any escalation effects, which there's no adversary, so there's going to be explorers everywhere. That's okay. Grim Toll. On each board, choose a land with disease. In that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. The only disease on the island is land B2, and there's nobody there. Tell the old stories. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands either reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power card it previously forgot. And I do have enough Dahan, so I'm going to reclaim Steam Vents. And that's it. So I just need to remember the Explore. No fear cards, so we're going to Ravage in the Jungle. 3 of them are empty. And this one, there's 3 damage, which does a Blight. And 3 damage to Dahan. The Dahan counterattack and take out the town. All in all, not a disastrous Ravage. Build in the mountains. 2 towns. And explore. Instead of the sands, it's just going to be every land without a building, right? Yes. It's going to be a lot of explorers. Here. Oh, I'm going to lose my wilds. That's kind of a waste. That wasn't great. Okay, so now I have slow powers. One of them I could gather Dahan or push, and the other lets me do just 1 damage at range 0 somewhere. So looking at where I have presence, I should do 1 damage here. And those sands to prevent a build. Now at range 0, where would I want to gather Dahan or push explorers or towns? I guess I can gather, because I can do this 3 times. I can gather that Dahan, gather this Dahan, so at least we've got a group, and push this explorer towards the coast. Okay. Take everything back. Time passes. And we're back at growth again. So I've got 3 cards. I can destroy an explorer at range 0. And I could put presence down to make that useful. And then I can add some tokens, and I can just generate some fear. Generate 3 fear, which would be good. I think I'm going to put down a presence again. I think I'm going to gain another power card with an element. Let's go and grab a minor. Well, you know what? Before I do that, I think it's a little premature for a major, but maybe I can find a cheap one. But what I really want to do is forget a unique power card to increase my rage on everything. All right, and these are all pretty inexpensive, which is good. Element-wise, none of these are like crazy. Unleash a torrent of self's own essence. I don't think I'll threshold it enough. Terrifying Nightmares is always a cool card. I won't threshold the bottom. It's the most expensive of the bunch here. Smothering Infestation, range 0, add a disease. If it's jungles or wetlands, 2 fear and 3 damage. I could potentially threshold the bottom on occasion. I don't have any other plants. Needs 2 water, 2 plant, but I can get it with that element. 1 damage to each invader, which is nice. It is slow. I might take Terrifying Nightmares. I'll never get enough moon, though. Yeah, maybe that's not a good choice. Oh, did I just skip over this one or what? Savage Transformation. The elements are not good for me at all. I'll never threshold the bottom, but slow, range 1. Replace an Explorer with a Beast. That's definitely a good thing to have. Only costs 2. That's probably the way to go. And I think I'm going to forget Song of Iafa, even though the elements are awesome. This is the only one that has all 4 of the basic elements I need. But that's the one I'm going to forget. And I'm going to put it here on the side so I remember that I've got +1 range on my innates and unique power cards now. And I still get an element, and I can place a presence. And I'm placing the presence from here, so I get 3 energy per turn. Range 2. I guess it depends on what cards I'm going to play. I was thinking I could prevent a build. Land B5. That's probably a good idea. That's range 2. That opens up my targeting a lot more too, especially now with my innates and uniques having +1 range. So I'm going to play Steam Vents. I was thinking I might play Well of Tukemu and add a bunch of tokens, either beasts or wilds. I think that's probably a good idea. And that'll also, oh, this will be great. This will unlock, that's 2 air and 2 earth. And if I take a third earth as my element, then I can defend one of these mountains. So let's take that as my element. So now I've got 2 air, 3 earth. Which is here. So that's fast. Let's do it first. I'm at range 1 now. So it doesn't really matter where I target from. I don't have any sacred sites. I'm going to target from land 5, target land 7 there. And it says each of your presence in the origin land grants defend 2 in the target land because I'm at the 2nd tier. So I am defending 2 here. And then steam vents at range 0, destroy 1, explore. Oh, I didn't even think about this. I have 3 earth. I can instead destroy 1 town. So if I put my presence there instead, I can take out the town, but I can't defend here. Okay. No, I'm not going to change what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the explorer, even though I thresholded it. I think that's fine. And this card is slow, so that's it for fast cards. There's no Blighted Island effects. Now we go to events. Sacred sites under threat. Invaders have begun to find hidden places of natural power. You may let the island's strength repulse them, or you may guard them yourself for well or ill. And that's going to be pretty neutral. That bottom one, guard them yourself for well or ill. It's in each land with your sacred site and invaders. Either do 2 damage or destroy a presence. And I don't have any sacred sites, so I wouldn't have to do anything. The other option is each sacred site can push a town or an explorer to an adjacent land and remove a blight per player from the blight card. Well, I don't want to remove blight from the card, so I'll take option 2 and do nothing. That's fine. Now it's Beast's Prowl. Well, I'm sorry. I just realized I didn't do the whole energy portion, so I gained 3 energy. And now I need to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for these cards. So the 3 that I gained plus the 1. Okay, so it did work out, but I skipped that step. Now back to Beast's Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So 1 fear and move to 1 adjacent land. Let's go here. Spirit speakers solve riddles of power. Each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands, which includes me, gains a minor power. Well, that's great. Let's do that. So we have Carapist land, defend 3. We have Confounding Mists, defend 4. Disorienting Landscape, push and explore, and if it's mountains or jungle, add a wilds, but it's targeted from a sacred site. I don't have any of those. And then Promises of Protection also needs a sacred site. Gather up to 2 Dahan, and Dahan have +2 health. I might take Disorienting Landscape, because if I place another presence here, I'll be range 2, I think, from every mountain and jungle on the map. Oh, except for that land too. I'll be able to reach every other one, so I can hopefully put some wilds down, especially here in the middle. So that might be a good thing to do. Although I am going to have, I think, a lot of... I don't want to... I don't know if I want these defend powers, but this will probably allow me to defend 6. But I don't think that's necessarily what I'm looking to do. I'm going to take Disorienting Landscape, and I'll plan on putting a Sacred Site in land 7 there. Okay, so now we're on the Invader steps because I still don't have a Fear card. So they're going to Ravage in the Mountains. This land blights. And the Dahan take out the town. So now I get a Fear card. This mountain's empty. This one is defended too. Out of 3. And the Dahan fight back, take out that town. And that mountain is 1 damage, so that's fine. Now, invaders build in the sand. There's only 1. Not bad. And explore the wetlands. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Okay, now it's time for slow powers, and I have 1. I have Well of Takemu. I have 3 Mysteria, so it says for each one of those, within range 1 from a different one of my lands, add a Beast, a Wilds, or a Badlands. Within range 1 from a different one of my lands. I don't remember if I emphasized the different. I might start throwing down Beast. I'm going to put range 1 of here. I'm going to put a Wilds. And then I think range 1 of here, I'm going to put a Beast. And range 1 of here, I'm going to put a Beast. And those are all my slow powers. So now time passes. So this Dahan heals. This Dahan heals. Take my marker back. These go in my discard. And I'm back at growth. So I've got 3 cards. 1 of them does not count towards my card play limit. And I have a limit of 1. So if I take this presence and place it, let's get rid of that mountain, or earth. If I place this one, I'll get another card play. And I can play all of them. Provided I take 3 energy as well. And I don't know that that's such a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm going to take 3 energy. I'm going to place a presence at range 2. And I'm making a Sacred Site. Now I gain 3 energy. And I can play 2 cards plus my unique. These cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what do my elements look like? All over the place. I have 2 moons, a fire, an air, a water, a plant, and an animal. Not enough to threshold anything on either the cards or my innates. But that's okay. So the only one that's fast is Disorienting Landscape at range 2 from a Sacred Site, push an Explorer, and if it's a mountain or jungle, add a Wilds. Hmm. Oh, I can consolidate that a little. Okay. Range 2 from the sacred site. 1, 2. I can push this explorer. Oh, but I can't add a wilds, which is kind of what I wanted to do. It's still probably the better move, though. So I guess I'll live with that. No Blighted Island effects. Let's take an event. Dahan trade with the invaders. Some seek knowledge, others are interested in tools and trade goods, still others simply curious. All hope to avoid violence, and the invaders seem amenable, at least for now. Amenable, at least for now. You may ignore their interest, display your wrath at this betrayal, or change and help them learn more from the enemy. If I ignore their interest, Dahan do not participate in Ravage this turn. Each spirit forgets a power. Oh no, that's it. Dahan do not participate in Ravage this turn. So I take that to mean they wouldn't counterattack, but they also wouldn't get attacked. So in land B3 over there, the town and explorer would blight the land, but I think the Dahan would be okay. Option 2, display your wrath at this betrayal. Costs 2 energy per player, aided by fire, which gives me 1. So I have to come up with a way to get some energy. Each spirit with Dahan in their lands destroys one of them and generates a fear. I don't really want to do that. And last is change and help them learn from the enemy. Cost is 6 energy per player, aided by air, and I have 1. I would have to come up with 5 energy, and I think that's probably not going to happen. But it would say, Dahan did not participate in Ravage's turn. Each spirit forgets a power card. From next turn on, each Dahan provides 1 damage, defend 1 in its land. Oh, for the rest of the game. That is appealing. But I need to come up with 5 energy, which means I would have to forget, at this point, 2 power cards with air on it. There's 1 here. And I've got a couple here. I could really go on the offensive and forget Well of Takemu and Cloth of Daresh, which would increase my range on all my remaining uniques and innates to 3. And I would just focus on doing damage. I wouldn't be able to defend much anymore. That's interesting. I might give that a shot. It's a little expensive, but I don't mind forgetting power cards so much with the spirit. Although then I still need to forget another card, which is kind of rough. I think I'm going to do it, though. So I forget those 2. To be able to afford this, now Dahan do not participate in Ravage this turn. Each spirit forgets a power card. I think it's going to be this one. And from next turn on, each Dahan provides defend 1 in its land. There is a reminder card for this. Let me dig that out. Okay. I've never used one of these before, but now I've got a reminder card. Maybe I'll just put it right there. Each Dahan provides defend 1. From next turn on, not this turn. Okay. Now, at the bottom, Outbreaks shift. On each board, push 1 disease to the adjacent land with the most invaders. Minimum 1. All right. That works out okay. I like that. All right, that was an interesting card this time around. It did some things. So now I do have 1 fear card. We're at terror level 1. It says defend 2 in all lands with presence. That's not going to do anything for me this time, but okay. So now the invaders ravage in the sands. So this one blights immediately. Empty, empty. And those Dahan don't participate and don't defend yet. So that's a blight. 1 left on the card. And they're going to build in the wetlands, which is really just this town, and then remove that disease token. Explore the coast. And so I feel pretty good about the decisions I made to pursue a more aggressive attack, or offensive, that's probably the word I'm looking for, a more offensive play style for the second half of this game. I think I'm going to need it. Now, we're in the slow phase, and I do have 2 powers. One of them is now at range 3. All I need to do is target a land with invaders, and for each Mysteria, generate 1 fear. So 3 Mysteria, 3 fear. And Savage Transformation at range 1, 2 fear. And replace 1 Explorer with 1 Beast at range 1. And all the coastal lands have at least 2 Explorers, so I'm not preventing a build this way. Let's do here. Try and get more beasts and explorers in the same land and hope I get a good event card, or maybe even a fear card. So that's it for slow powers. Now it's time passes, and I'm going to need to reclaim this time. And what do I want my other option to be? I mean, I'd love to put down more presence. I'd like to have more energy too, but I think I want more Mysteria. I want both. I could use more cards too. Don't have that many now, but I reclaimed, and I'm going to put down a presence. I'm going to take it from Mysteria. Range 2. And next time they're going to explore either the mountains or the jungle. I think I'm going to go here. And now I gain 3 energy. I can play 2 power cards or any number of uniques. And I'm going to play War Drum of Amav for 3 energy. I won't get any innates this time. But it's fast, and it is now at range 3. I can do 1 damage for each Mysteria, and I have 4 Mysteria, so I can do 4 damage at range 3. I was thinking I'd prevent that build, but I could also take out that city and then not have that coastal sand build. Either way, I'm clearing a land, but this land already has a blight and this one generates fear, so I guess that's the way to do it. So it's 2 fear. Okie dokie. That's it, huh? Okay, well, no Blighted Island effects. Let's go to the event. Hope for something good. We're at terror level 1, so we have Pull Together in Adversity. For the rest of this turn, ignore 1 strife on each invader. This includes not removing that strife. There's no strife on the board. Now Explorer's Blunder. Oh, I was hoping for this. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. How do I not have a beast down there? That was a problem. On this board, 2 explorers among lands with beasts are going to be those 2. On this board, 2 explorers among lands with beasts. I might as well clear this land and get one of these out. That does really help clear out the middle. For some reason I thought, I don't know, I thought it'd be different, but that's okay. When invaders ravage, if the land has 2 Dahan, defend 2. Oh, that's really only going to do a little. Okay, I'll set that here so I don't forget. Let's get this 1 fear card. Terror level 1. Each player removes 1 explorer from a coastal land. I can't prevent any builds. Where? From a coastal land. I can't fully solve any of them. I feel like I could get... It's either this one or this one. And this one's got a blight already. I'm going to take this one. Oh, no, that land's kind of already a mess. I'll take that one. Okay. Now it's time to ravage in the wetlands. And this says what? When invaders ravage, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. Oh, it's not each. So they do 4 damage here. There's 2 Dahans, so they just defend 2. Oh, but then each provides defend 1, so 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they don't do any damage. The Dahan fight back and clear it. I thought that was going to go much worse. Town, 2 explorers. That's fear. And in this wetlands, the Dahan provides defend 1 plus 2 more, so defend 3, and there's 4 there. That's 1 damage. Dahan fights back, takes out 2 explorers. Okay, that went better than I thought it would. Now we need to build in the coast. This is not great. Town here. Town here. Town. And a city. Okay. We're exploring in the jungles. Which will be here. Oh, we'll have this one, not that one. And I have no slow power, so we go straight to time passes. Let's heal this Dahan. Discard. And back to growth. I need to try and clean this out. Boy, I'm kind of in trouble. I think I need to go for another power card. I might go for a major because it'll leave me the option to grab 3 energy and get 3 more, so I can get potentially 6 energy. I hate to lose another card, but I think I really need to start making some moves. Before I look at these, maybe I need a miner at 0 cost to just try and get some elements and use my innates. So those are pretty good too. Before I look at those, I'm gonna change my mind. Looking for 0 cost, good elements. This one's cost 1, but it's got the fire, sun, and water that I need for the innate that I'm focusing on here. So what does it do? Blood draws predators. After the next time invaders are destroyed in target land, add a beast. Then 1 damage per beast, maximum 3. I'll take it. So I'm going to get an element, and then I still have 1 more growth option. Let me figure out what cards I might play. If I play these 2, I'll have 2 fire, 2 water, and a sun. So I can get 1 more fire element and do some damage. But I'd really like 1 more fear before I do all that damage. And I just don't know how I'm going to get any fear. I need to somehow destroy a town, and I just don't have a way to do it. Because it'll mean the difference. This is because these are damage per terror level, so it'll be the difference between doing 2 damage and doing 4 damage, which is not that much, really. So that costs 2 energy. If I just get more energy, then this can also generate 4 fear. What would this do? 3 fire, 3 water, 1 sun. So I'll be 1 sun and 1 fire short. So I won't be able to get the 3rd level. So maybe I hold off and plan on doing that the next time. So I think I'll have sort of a slower play this time and hope to have a big one next time. So what does that mean? If I'm going to play those 2 cards, I've already gained a card and I need to grab an element. I think it'll be fire. I have 1 more growth option. It should probably be presence. And as much as the Mysteria would help, I think I'm going to go for energy because I got to be able to afford these cards. So I'm going to put this down at range 2. I don't know that it makes a big difference where I put this. Gosh, this is going to be a terrible Ravage. Man, I need like lots of beasts to make these cards work. I need lots of beasts in a land that already has explorers. Well, I'm going to go here. And now I have... Let's do this at range 1. We're going to target land 4 over here. After the next time invaders are destroyed in target land, add 1 beast, then 1 damage per beast. And now at range 0, I'm going to destroy one of those explorers. So destroyed. And because of this card, add a beast. And now 1 damage per beast. Okay. Let's hope something awesome happens, like don't Ravage in the Coast on this event card. We're at stage 3, urbanization. In each land with at least 2 towns, replace half the towns rounding up with cities. 2 towns, you say? There are none. That was lucky. Invaders do not ravage in lands with disease or strife. That doesn't help. And retreat. On each board, push 2 Dahan from a land with cities to a land without cities. So that's only going to be land B3. That might make a little difference, I'm not sure. No fear cards, so it's reckoning time. We're going to ravage the coast. Dahan defend 1. So here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which is 4 with the defend. So I lose the Dahan and the presence. And I blight. And now we flip the blight card. Oh no, I think this is going to be the end. Aid from lesser spirits. Immediately draw 1 minor power card per player, plus 1 more. Give 1 to each spirit. They may be used every turn as if played, but cost no card plays or energy. Place unselected card in minor power discard. So I take 2 cards. Territorial strife, or set them on an ever-twisting trail. I think it's going to be territorial strife. Do I play it now? Immediately draw 1 minor power card per player, plus 1 more. Give 1 to each spirit. They may be used every turn as if played, but cost no card plays or energy. Place unselected card in the minor. I don't know that it's going to matter because I think I'm going to blight out here because now just 2 blight per player. Which is that 2 blight per board again? I think so. But I don't think that'll be enough. I think this Ravage is the end of me. But if I were to be able to put this down, I would get another sun and another fire, which could do way more damage. So let's just set it here. And probably not need to figure it out. Man, this is going to be close. So no Ravage here. Here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm defending 1, so it's still 2 damage. This takes out the Dahan, the blights, and cascades. And then we'll just go to land 3. That's just going to blight, and it's going to cascade. And there's no more blight on the card. We still had a couple Ravages to go, so I blighted out. Not necessarily unlucky on that blight card, but 2 per player is the minimum. Man, feel like I could have turned it around in another turn or two. I was playing maybe a little slow. So a little disappointed that I didn't win the game, but it was fun to just pick, try and pick which way the spirit was going to go, because it is a little different every time. The power was definitely ramping. To be able to do 4 fast damage at range 3 with just this card is super helpful. This also range 3. I was pretty close to really unlocking a ton of damage with this one. I could have done with this card and one more fear. It would have been range 3, 4 damage plus 3 to each invader, which is going to take out a whole land. And I could have started pairing that with this card every turn, and pairing that with generating fear as well. And I would have been in pretty decent shape. So it would have, there was a path. I just wasn't there. But that's okay. I still had fun, and I hope you did too. I hope you're at least intrigued by this spirit. And again, you can, play it. Just go on the website, tablefor1.games, free content. You could download this one and others, and let me know what you think. Otherwise, if you made it this far, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave a like. That would be super cool. And leave a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts. So this concludes the Radical Adaptations series, and I'll leave you with this teaser. It's going to be a little while before you see it, but I am, I worked on these for a while, and they've been in the background for a while. So currently, you can expect in the near term, I've got a Terraforming Mars series coming up. I had done previously some sci-fi corporations. I did 6 of them. I've got another round of that. I've got 9 new sci-fi based corporations that I'm pretty excited about. So you'll see those every other week until I get through that series. And then either after that series or maybe concurrent with it, in the background, I'm working on another pack of spirits for Spirit Island. I've got 3 of them in the works right now. I've got a couple other ideas. I don't know if it'll top out at 4 or 5. It might just be the 3. We'll see. But the theme of that pack is some wild and crazy things that the spirits can do with sacred sites. It all revolves around sacred sites. So I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I'm doing some things that you have not seen before. I can promise you that. So you can look forward to that too. Keep an eye out for that pack, and I'll post videos, of course, when those are ready, and it'll be in the same format as this series, with Table for One house rules videos and playthrough videos released simultaneously. So that's something to look forward to. And that's what I've got for you today. So thanks so much for watching Table for One. I hope you had a good time. I know I did, and I'll see you in the next video.